Texas is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Today I rise to speak on H.R. 6119, a short-term continuing resolution through February the 18th. I must admit that I'm disappointed to be on the floor of the House today to speak about a continuing resolution rather than fulfill year appropriations bills. But earlier this year, my colleagues on the other side of the aisle crafted fiscal year 2022 bills with little input from Republicans, and we have not been able to find a path forward. During markups this summer, our members made it clear we would not support partisan bills that include irresponsible spending increases and extreme policies. Unfortunately, that is exactly where we find ourselves. The House and Senate bills were drafted to top-line spending levels that do not reflect a bipartisan consensus. The majority people also focused funding on their own priorities, with non-defense spending increasing at a much higher rate than defense spending. And last but certainly not least, the policies in the bills are the most extreme I have seen since I became a member of the Appropriations Committee. During 2019 and 2020, there were also strong differences of opinions, but we had an agreement in place that allowed us to negotiate final bills quickly. The terms were rather simple. The party leaders in the White House reached early agreement on the spending framework. Everyone agreed to drop controversial language and restore long-standing provisions unless all sides agreed to changes. I'm concerned that we cannot have meaningful discussions on full-year appropriations without a similar understanding before we start. I wish we would have focused on funding the essential elements of government long before now. Instead, too much time has been spent focusing on extreme partisan and costly bills being sent to the President's desk, and there could be another bill on the way before the end of the year. It's unrealistic for Republicans to negotiate on appropriations bills while this massive reconciliation package is still under discussion. Our constituents are demanding that we take a comprehensive look at all the spending this year. With our debts skyrocketing and inflation at the highest levels in 30 years, we cannot afford to think about appropriations bills in isolation. However, I do hope that we can make progress getting our bills finalized once we move into a new year. Otherwise, we'll be having the same conversation in February about another continuing resolution. Thank you, and I reserve the balance of my time.
General